I can't even hear this woman.
You're so professional, aren't you, Elle? No, you're not.
Did you come to me? Did you come to me and say? First off, I don't even know what you said, but did you come to me and say, Elle, what did you say, or did you listen to somebody else?
No, I watched your whole video.
Okay. So what did I say?
So why don't you do something for me? Why don't you stick on the right side and stop being an asshole?
What did I say? My opinion is
shit. Your opinion is just you. It's garbage. I'm real. What I say is real. You're not. Hush your mouth. I made you, and you're gonna come at me. Shut up. Shut up.
You came at me because somebody come in my live while ago said Amber was
I will say whatever I please you because I have 17 years of entertainment. You have nothing. You have nothing.
I have 20 years of raising my kids.
I have 20 years
of raising my children. I don't talk about entertainment. I do this for fun, Amber.
Oh my God, I was an addict. Do all the addicts out there? Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
You would understand that people are going to cover you and have an opinion. I literally,
here's how it goes. This stupid bitch right here who wants to come on my shit and run her fucking mouth.
No, you were.
This is how it goes.
That's what you were doing. I'm one of the nicest.
So quit. She's still over there talking. First of all, she's not a reporter.
I never claimed
she's not anything.
Sure not. I'm doing
literally.
The same thing that you do. You're getting.
She's got people over there.
That's what I do.
And she knows this. This is the funniest part. There's a video on YouTube right now. There's a YouTube on video right now of her even saying thank you to me or my ex.
That's my
for her getting a new fucking like chair or like a fucking something for her house because she got paid that much.
That was Katie Joy. That was Katie Joy from Without
Exactly.
That was Katie Joy.
She had no followers. She did a thing on fucking sued by other major stars out there.
Nobody has sued me.
Dude, of course I've owned it and grown on it. But this bitch right here, she's supposed to keep on going. Elle, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Then go play with your kids. Go play with your kids because you're on here 24/7. You're on here 24/7. Go take care of your kids then. You're on here at night. You're on here during the day. You used to be on here on YouTube drinking wine all day.
I've never drank
all day long. And all of her people on her side, absolutely fucking weird. Yeah, good job. Oh, great for the world. Great for the world. Good job. Teach that to your kids, dumbass. Teach that to your kids who you take care of so much, but you're always online. Shut up. Thank God for the man you have. Thank God for the man you have. Tell them about him. Tell them about him. Yeah, because he does every fucking thing. Shut up.
For 17 years.
Her man does nothing but do everything. All she does is do this shit. I just got off the phone with my motherfucking son before I got on this bitch. So don't play with me.
Got my kids off the school.
These people have no clue about life.
And I put them on the school.
That's what it is.
And I made
we all do need to meditate, but this is how it is.
And I was at my son's jiu-jitsu match over the weekend.
These people don't understand the others in life. Or actually, she does a little bit because she was an alcoholic. That is true. Remember that, Elle, when you were an alcoholic?
That's so funny.
Do you remember that, darling?
Nope.
You got caught out for it, too. Oh, she doesn't remember you guys.
You're talking about
oh. She doesn't remember. She doesn't remember you guys. She doesn't.
Do you guys think she's going to be embarrassed?
She doesn't remember when she's the. Well, look up her old YouTube stuff and you'll see it. Actually, she does it right there on YouTube. Literally.
That's what you were talking about.
So her over here trying to look like she's
I heard. I went to the live and heard what she was saying, and I was like, she's not even talking about me. That's not me. I didn't do those things. She's literally talking about somebody else. I don't drink.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
That's Katie Joy. That's Without a Crystal Ball. She drinks wine on her lives. I've never been an alcoholic. Don't drink.
You're a liar. You're a liar. You're a liar.
I have like 800 of my subscribers in here.
I know both of you guys, so you're still a fucking liar.
There's not one video of me drinking alcohol in here. Go find it. Go find it.
Because you probably deleted it, you
I haven't deleted any.
Because you were caught out 4 years ago.
That's Katie Joy from Without a Crystal Ball.
Two different people. I know her and I know you.
I don't drink. Never have. Don't drink. I don't drink.
You've never drank. Oh my God.
No, I'm telling you, I have. But in 20 years since I had my first child,
I don't. Shut up. Shut up.
John, my husband, do I drink? Do I drink?
No.
I don't give a
I don't drink.
How frustrating.
Okay, husband. Nobody cares about what you gotta say. You're married to this bitch. You're married to this
Look, check it out. I
17
swear.
years.
Check it out. No, I'm not. No. I'm not checking it out.
Look, I swear.
Y'all are
Just
weird. Stop talking about me. Stop talking about weird.
hear me out. Just hear me out.
Stop fucking talking about me. I'm not kidding.
Everything you said was not anything I did, but what Katie Joy has done. It wasn't even me.
But it doesn't matter. Either way.
No, it does matter. Because I've covered you very fairly. And I haven't been nasty to you. I've covered you very
How
fairly.
were you nice in that video?
How
were you
what
nice
did
in
I
that
say?
video? Jabbing.
And I will tell you. But you have to calm down and speak to me because I can't hear you when you're yelling.
Fuck up.
I can hear you when you're yelling. But I don't know for sure what you're saying. But whatever I said was either my opinions, and people are allowed to have opinions. But I've been on this platform for 6 years. 6 years. You will not catch me drinking on here. Never have. Never have. I've never deleted a video of me drinking ever because it doesn't exist. She's really like, it's so funny that she's so confused, and rather than just saying, okay, let me listen. Also how like, oh, you can stay on here and you're on live 24/7. Katie Joy, I'm not. I literally may get 2 videos a day. I used to get like maybe 3 videos a day, but this is what I do full time. So my office is right by my house. That's why my husband can come in and out. It's right there. I step out, take 5 steps over. I'm in my home. So when my kids get off the bus, guess what? I'm in the house. I'm talking to them. How was school? I go get my kids from school. I go to all their ball games. I go to their practices. Like, I don't miss anything for my kids. Nothing. I don't miss anything. So her being like, oh, your husband does everything. Once again, that's Katie Joy. You're thinking about Katie Joy because Katie Joy goes up in a room in her house and shuts the door, and her husband does everything for her son. And she does work 24/7. That is true. That's not me, though. I've literally been all day taking care of business for one of my children. All day. I didn't even get home until like 3 o'clock. Tending to business for one of my children. My son had college freshman connection. Went with him to it. I do everything with my kids. So she is literally, unfortunately, she's confusing me with Katie, and it is what it is. That was crazy. Yeah, after how fair I've been to her, but she's confusing me with Katie Joy. Weird to call someone an alcoholic when you're slurring your words. Pray for her kids. And that's the thing is I have been the only one that I've ever come in contact with, like as far as creators. A lot of creators talk about like how her pupils are so big and they say that they think she's on drugs. I have said repeatedly, I'm not going to say that because I understand that she's on medication. Like, Amber's on medication. So I've said repeatedly on my lives, I'm not going to say that she's on that. I'm going to say, she's on medication, and maybe it was the medication that, she said that. I've literally said that. I've given her so much, it is what it is, though. It would have been nice if she would have come on and just been like, hey, Elle, I saw your video, and I didn't like that you said X, Y, and Z. And I would have said, well, I'm sorry you don't like that, but, on my YouTube channel, it's just my opinion. And if you don't like it, my apologies. I don't always like what I see when I watch you on MTV either. I don't always like what I see when I'm watching you on TikTok. But guess what? It is what it is. I mean, here's the thing. You really have to wonder how stable someone is when they respond like that just because they heard someone's opinion that they did not agree with. If you respond like that, yeah, you don't need your children. You really don't. If me saying, first off, I don't think I said Amber brought the Shane Decker thing on herself. I don't think I said that. But I definitely did say that I didn't think it was a good idea for her to date, like online dating. That I didn't think that was a good idea. It's just, I mean, did you guys keep up with the Brian Koberger situation? Where like a lady said she met, oh, thank you. A lady said that she met, her and Brian Koberger met on Tinder, and then they went out and whatever, so like, I just feel like To me, for someone with kids, especially someone that has kids in my home, I would never do that, which I've been married for 17 years. It's so funny that she's like, how does your husband put up with you? Well, probably because I'm not who you think I am. But we've been together for 17 years. In 17 years, how many boyfriends have you had? Or fiancés have you had? So maybe rather than judging me as a person, maybe wonder, well, how can she keep a man for 17 years, but I can't keep one for 7 months? I don't know. My poor husband, I know. My poor husband was like, no, really listen, really listen. And she was just not having it. It's so funny, you guys, because I messaged her. I messaged Amber. So when Amber was live earlier, people was like, oh, there's videos out about you, with that guy where y'all were sitting on the couch singing. There's videos, people are posting. She's like, why? For what? For what? And it was like people couldn't explain to her. They brought up the Shane Decker thing. Like, oh, your ex that was arrested for filming. She was like, and she got mad about that. She was like, why is people talking about that? Why? So I messaged her and I said, I was trying to help her out. I said, hey, the guy you were on a live with the other day, that's what people are saying, that it's the same guy that was those charges. That's what they're talking about. Some of the videos of you and the guy on the couch listening to music, people are saying it's the guy that was arrested. So I was trying to help her out to understand, but she never checked it. And then while I got my sister and said, I don't know who told you I said something, but I'm on a live and I'll talk to you. But she don't talk. She don't talk. She just yells. And I don't know, anybody that can't hold their composure any better than that, you're probably not going to keep a man very long, and your kids are probably not going to want to live with you. You know what I'm saying? Could you imagine like a 16-year-old on the phone with her friend, and then their mom like is freaking out because she watched TV? Or because she's watching a live and she don't agree with what's being said in the live. So she starts freaking out. And this 16-year-old girl's on the phone with her boyfriend. Like, oh my God, my mom's freaking out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my goodness. Praise God, they don't. And her saying, don't talk about my kids. I've literally always been very respectful when I do talk about her kids. I really have. Yeah, if you want to talk, right, Sunny Day, you really did. You really do, unfortunately. It's like, nobody likes you, Elle. Guess what? Guess what? My life, or my value that I put on myself isn't if a bunch of people like me. That's her. Amber, unfortunately, because Amber doesn't have her kids in her life and a husband and family, the value that she puts on herself is when she gets on those lives, the people that will watch and the people that will say, oh, I love you. You're so great. You've helped me out so much. She puts that's the value that she puts on herself. Okay, well, all these people love me. And really, you have it on sub only because you can't take it off sub only. Because anytime you've ran your TikTok where it wasn't on sub only, it was a disaster and you got your butt handed to you, unfortunately, and it was sad. I ain't even gonna lie. I've watched Amber's lives before she put it on sub only. Thank you, Shelly. I've watched her live. Thank you. Before she put it on sub only, and really felt bad. Dang, they are eating her up. Man, that's crazy. They're eating her up so bad. Felt bad about it. So, and here's the thing: when she put it on sub only, I was like, that's probably the best thing for her mental health. Because the only people that will pay for it is the people that support her or the people that really want to say something to her, And most people probably won't. So I literally was like, that's good for her for putting it on sub only. But if you have to run your social media as sub only and then you want to tell somebody else, nobody likes you. I've never had to turn on sub only to avoid me from getting hate. I haven't. But even if I did, it wouldn't really bother me that much because I don't put value in what people think about me. My value is what my kids think, what my husband thinks, what my mom thinks, my sisters, all of my family. That's the value. That's the value that I put on myself. It's absolutely not what social media thinks. Yeah, then it becomes an echo chamber. Unfortunately, that is what Amber has to have. And honestly, for her own mental health, that is the best thing for her because so many people take issue with her. So many people take issue with Amber over, the type of mother that she's been, the way she's treated Gary, Leah, the way that she's flashed out at them, like, hello. So many people take issue with it that when she goes live and they can just comment, they tell her, be a mom, or thank God for Christina. You know what I'm saying? Like, they all say that. Yeah, not everyone can be a public figure. And honestly, for Amber's own sanity and mental health, she shouldn't have been one. Like, she don't have it in her, because look at what happened today. I'm like, did she watch Katie Joy's video? I'm like, how does she not get on the live, see this face, and be like, wait a minute, that's not the girl. That's not the girl, you know? But I don't know. She'll probably never realize that she was completely mistaken about the drinking. I was like, you're not going to see a video of me on here drinking. Yeah, because you probably deleted them. No, because they don't exist. They don't exist. They don't exist. I don't have to delete something that's never been put out there because it's never happened. Can't reason with, that's very true. You really can't. Oh my God, you guys, you really can't. Like, somebody that's mental, you really can't. You can't reason with them. And I'm not even saying that to be like, to like be nasty. Yeah, you'll never catch me drinking. Because I don't. My daughter is 20. She will be 21 in a few months. And I've drank like 5 times since I've had her. But anyway, so yeah, it's really sad that she's so upset with me when it's not me that did this to her. The only thing that I even heard her say that I might have said, that I know that I said, was that about the dating app. That wasn't a good idea. That I don't think she should have been on a dating app. But why is that so enraging? Exactly. That's my husband. Basically, the kid said, dude, you drank one and then go to sleep. Yeah, got so sleepy, went to sleep. Exactly. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you. So yeah, it's a shame that she's sadly mistaken. And she just completely embarrassed herself, because I know all of you guys knew the difference. I know all of you guys were like, that's not Elle. But you couldn't tell her nothing because she was screaming and raging like a crazy person. Yeah, that's the thing, is even with her pupils, I have been one of those that's defended her about the pupils comment. I'm like, well, she's on medication, so it probably will affect her pupils. Just because her pupils are big doesn't mean she's like on rugs. I've always thought that, you know. Let me just say, yes, if you are talking like I wasn't and I overcame that, yes, it's a flex. That's a flex to say I was and I'm this many years sober. Hola, Gary. Did you hear what happened? I feel so sorry for you, Gary. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Is that really Gary, or is that a fake one? I'm so sorry. Literally after the live ended, I was like, I feel so sorry for Gary and Leah. That y'all have to deal with that. Oh my God. You literally can't have a conversation with her. Gary, do you want to come up? I mean, you probably don't need to, because you'll be getting a thrashing if you do, but you're more than welcome to. Because it was really like a crazy thing. She was accusing me of doing things Katie Joy from Without a Crystal Ball did. And I tried to tell her, like, not this time. Hey, listen, Gary, I would love to interview you and Christina. Not even about Amber, but just about the show in general, how the kids are doing, if you're ever down for it. I know we've talked like through DMs a couple of times, and you've always been so nice. Christina, Christina follows my page, and like I'll see when she sees my stories, and I'm always like, oh, Christina saw my story. So I would love to interview you guys. We don't even have to mention Amber. We could talk about like how Leah's, high school, how that's going for her, how's things going, with the show maybe canceled. I don't know. So if you're ever, your farm stand. Yeah, literally, I think that like one of the first things I said when she ended it was like, oh man, poor Gary, poor Leah, poor Christina. Because it's like, even if you didn't do wrong, even if you didn't do what she's accusing you of, you can't even get a word in. Even if you're trying to be civil. Like my husband came in and was like, no, just listen to me. Please just listen to me. Just give me a chance. Listen to me. She wouldn't. She was like, oh my God, what are you doing? Stop. That's like, that's really like arguing with a 5-year-old toddler that has been spoiled all of their 5 years. You know what I'm saying? That's what that's like. And I guess I could probably keep my patience from it because I may have lost my patience a little bit, but I do have 6 kids. So yeah, you have to sub to her. You have to sub to her to leave her a comment. No, it's definitely not mocking addicts at all. So the thing about it is Amber, she tries to excuse her not being a parent still in my book. Every time somebody brings up like taking accountability, being a parent, raise your kids, she wants to go back to years ago when she was an addict. I was an addict. Like, okay, you were an addict. Like, we get it. Luckily, you escaped with your life and you didn't have to, you didn't have a machete behind you. You know what I'm saying? Praise God, Gary. Praise God. But I'm so thankful that you survived because, oh my goodness. So no, I'm not mocking addicts. I have addicts in my family. And according to Amber, I am one too. That's what she said. Did y'all hear that? Amber said that I'm an addict. I mean, I'm not, but that's what she said because she's completely misinformed about what she's talking about. But I do have people that I love very much that are recovering addicts. So no, I would never mock an addict. I just don't think it's a flex. When somebody says, go raise your kids, and she's like, I was an addict. Okay. I was in prison. Okay. You haven't been in prison and you have allegedly been sober for years. Like all of this is years later. So why are you still not raising your kids? Not involved with your kids? And saying, I talked to my son on the phone about jiu-jitsu is not raising your children. I'm sorry. And her son right now is well with their relationship because he doesn't know any different. Their son, Amber and Andrew split when James was a year old. He was a year old. And I talked to Andrew, and let's put it out there, okay? I talked to Andrew after all this happened, and he literally told me that James was so used to Amber yelling and screaming because that's all she did. She just yelled and screamed, and he was used to it. That's why in the audio that Katie Joy from Without a First of All did put up, that's why in the audio, when Amber is screaming, you hear James just like cooing, and Andrew goes, oh, like, I know, buddy. Yeah, buddy. James wasn't crying. His mom's over there screaming. James is not crying. James is not like reacting like he's scared or he's just normal. Cooing, like a normal 1-year-old because he was used to it. And that came out of Andrew's mouth. Or it was actually through text messages. It was actually through messages. He said, James is so used to her yelling and screaming, he doesn't even react to it. It doesn't even affect him. He was one. Okay? So, I'm just saying, when you had James, you were no longer in prison. You were no longer on drugs, allegedly, which people call that into question, and I haven't. I have not called that into question. I've always said maybe it's her medication that messes with her pupils. That's quite possible. So one, they separate. He moves to California when he's like, how old? I don't even know. But here's the thing. When they separated, when Andrew and Amber separated, Andrew wanted to move to California because he has no family here. Hopefully I'm not going to have problems with the Wi-Fi, but I need to plug my phone up to charge. Okay. So Andrew filed a petition with the court to move back to California. He said, I don't have family here. I can have, there's more opportunities for a job there. So let me move back. The judge said no, because you have a child with her and, his family is here. You can't move. So let me tell you guys what happened and why Andrew was eventually allowed to move. Because Amber was given visitation with James that she did not utilize. It was very off and on. She would cancel communication. So for like a year and a half, okay? For like a year and a half, Andrew made a note of every visitation that Amber was supposed to have, everyone she canceled, and the reason behind it. Amber would cancel for every reason. It's raining. It's a thunderstorm. I don't feel well. I don't feel like driving. Everything. After like a year and a half of Amber not utilizing all of her visits, Andrew filed another petition with the court and said, listen, I filed a petition right after we separated. I wanted to move back to California, where my family is, where I can get a job that I'm skilled in, because he was a cinematographer. He worked like the cameras for production, right? So he said, I asked to move when we first split up. You said no. You said it's because, his mom lives here, his family lives here, but it's been a year and a half, whatever, and she has not utilized most of her visits. It was most of them. It was most of the visits she had canceled. So the judge then said, well, okay, if she's not utilizing her visits, why are you going to be stuck here in Indiana with no support? You can't work the job that you're skilled for. You have no family. So, okay, go back. And that's why she was allowed to go back. Or he was allowed to go back. He was allowed to move for that reason. Okay? So they move. He's like 4, I think, something, well, maybe 3. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you so much. He's like 3 years old when they move. I really don't remember the exact age. But they move. And since then, the only relationship Amber has really had has been like phone calls, FaceTimes. I know she did end up getting in-person visits, like where she goes to California, stays in a hotel for a week, a B&B, whatever, and she gets the baby. And then the next month, he flies with the baby to Indiana, stay in a hotel, or he stays in a hotel, Andrew, and the baby stays with Amber. But, I mean, this whole summer, she's been on live all day and on. And my thing is, like, how are you going to talk about me being on live all the time when you really are live all the time? I get because I have my notifications on for Amber. And, oh, my gosh, she's on all the time. Middle of the night, early morning, midday. I mean, I'm in bed and she's up there, Yeah, I guess she just does TikTok. She is live all the time. So it's like really like, who are you? First off, I'm rarely on TikTok. I may do like 2, maybe 3 videos on YouTube a day. I post on Facebook, but I can literally do that in the house with my kids, in the car, going to their practice, sitting at their ball game during intermission. Is that her only income now? Maybe. I really don't know. I'm not sure. But so her son, James, is used to not having like a very present relationship with his mom. And right now, he's okay with that. But mark my word. Save this. Put it on an SD card, okay? Mark my word. When that baby gets older, 13, 14, 15, 16, if you think he's not going to resent his mom, if he's like right now, he's like young and he may not be looking around at all his friends and see that they have their moms at their jiu-jitsu tournaments. They have their moms at parent-teacher conference. He may not realize that at this age, but he will. He will realize eventually that mama's not at nothing of mine. Mama's only in that little box on the phone. That's it. And Amber has the money that she could go to his tournaments, but do we ever hear about her doing that? Never. I mean, she started TikTok how long ago? And not once I don't think even one time she's been like, oh, I'm on my way to California to go see James. Not once have I heard her say, well, I got James this week. It was Andrew's month to fly him in to see me, and I'm going to have him this week. Not once have we heard of an in-person visit with her son. So right now she's like, bragging about how close her and James is, but that's because that's all James knows. But once he gets old enough and he realizes it, hate to tell you, but he's going to have some resentment. And if he doesn't, it's because his daddy has had him in counseling or something. I don't know. He might be like an unbothered type of person, but I'm willing to bet that he will have that resentment. And you guys won't have this super close relationship anymore. Yeah, Leah started realizing it probably, I would say maybe around 12. Well, right now, Andrew and Amber get along, which is another thing. Amber talks about how her and Andrew get along. Well, the reason why is because it's best case scenario for him. Andrew's happy with the arrangement. Andrew's happy that he's so far away, you're not really trying. Andrew's happy because, first off, and I feel like Andrew does love his son. I do feel like that. But I also know, like, you know how some dads, if they had custody of their child, they would be like, oh my God, I hate that their mom's not involved. I hate that so much. It just bothers me that their mom's not involved. I think Andrew's okay with the fact that Amber's not involved because he knows what that would mean. He knows that by having Amber involved with their son, that it would bring confusion, chaos, fighting, these fits, her acting out, lashing out, going on social media, accusing him of God knows what. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he don't have to deal with Amber, and he knows, like, I'm going to raise my son the best that I can. I'll be the most present parent ever. But come say hey, babe. Todd. Let me introduce you guys to my husband, Todd. Ain't that her husband's name?
Yeah, Todd.
Just kidding, it's Sean. It's Sean.
I don't want to talk about them.
About Katie.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about them.
I'm not talking bad about her.
I'm the CEO of Elle Bee Media.
He is.
You're the face.
A face. Nobody likes you, Elle. That's what she kept saying. Like, you're not a reporter. Nobody likes you. Well, apparently some people do. I think more people like me than like you because I don't have to put on subs only.
She's just lost.
You know what? You're right. You're very right. She is lost.
She's just a lost person. Although it did kind of fire me up when she called you a bitch. I was about to go off, but then I went inside. I was like, no, not for me. But she's just a lost person, man. Y'all pray for her.
Yes, definitely. A broken soul for sure. And I mean, that's literally how, like, I do feel bad for her in a sense because I feel like it's like mental and she don't have much control. Oh, look at that hat. It matches my shirt. Thank you. I do feel bad. And then I'll watch her do something, mistreat Leah, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? But I understand she has like some mental issues or whatever. Hurt people, yes. But I really don't feel like I go that hard on her. Like, I really don't.
No, you don't.
Not near like Ashley Siren does. Not near like a lot of other people do. What time is it?
I don't know, but I've definitely seen you cover things and heard you talking about it where I would have been way more harsh about it.
Yeah, my husband's a little bit more. Like, and she was like, oh, you're a Christian? I think she was talking about our church when I tried to listen to her a while ago. But yeah, I'm a Christian. And like, just don't mean I can't do this for a living. Don't mean I can't talk about reality television and give my opinions about the people on reality TV. You know? So, but yeah, that was crazy. I really thought that, and that's the thing is like people think that Christians are perfect. No, see, people that are Christians understand that they're not and understand that they need God's grace. But if you watch my channel, and I bet you don't watch my channel, you would see that I'm not out here just like judging people. I tell stories about what's going on and then I give my opinion.
The core belief behind our religion, our faith, is that we're all lost, broken people in need of salvation. Every single one of us. So it doesn't matter, like, we're all sinners, right? Everybody. It doesn't matter if you're, Billy Graham or Mother Teresa or whatever. The core belief behind Christianity is that none of us deserve it because we've all sinned. So it's given to us by grace through Jesus. So I don't get the whole thing when you tell somebody that you go to church or that you're a Christian and they're like, oh really? Well, what about this or what about that? Which honestly, you're not very judgmental. You just cover reality TV. But
that's the thing that anybody that really watched me wouldn't know that.
Even if you were a little judgmental, like everybody sins. Everybody has faults. Everybody has weaknesses. Just because I go to church and I'm a Christian doesn't make me perfect. As a matter of fact, I didn't realize how imperfect I was until I started going to church and I started learning, how, you're supposed to really treat people and be forgiving and not react in anger and, not and to help people, even when you necessarily don't want to help them. You should. And so I didn't understand how terrible of a person I was until I became a Christian, a real Christian, and really bought into it and learned about the religion. So I don't understand the whole thing. I guess it's because other people don't fully understand Christianity, and they just have their preconceived notions or their biases from whatever they've been taught or experience they had.
Like Teen Mom Fan News said, and we all judge. Sometimes we judge positively, sometimes we judge negatively, I mean.
And the Bible verse that everybody likes to quote when it comes to judgment, actually, it does not tell you cannot judge. It just says to be righteous. Like, judge righteously, right? You should be righteous, and you should try to work on yourself. But, you're absolutely supposed to go out and preach to the lost. How do you know somebody's lost? Because you make a judgment by the way they live, And another belief behind Christianity is that, you'll see people, you can tell by people's fruits, by the way they act, the way they interact with other people. So how do you make that judgment? By judging, so I don't know. I feel like it gets kind of twisted, and thrown in people's face. There are very judgmental Christians, though, right?
Could not be. Absolutely.
They give people bad, or give Christianity a really bad name. There's very judgmental people. As a matter of fact, that's one of the reasons why I didn't go to church for a long time, is because instead of going to church and realizing that everybody's imperfect and stuff like that, I would go to church and be like, man, there's a bunch of judgmental people. Like, I don't want to sit up here with these people. But that was because I was judging the church off of the people there that are imperfect, not off of the actual belief and the religion itself.
And my husband does have a page where he talks about this kind of stuff. He has a YouTube channel, he has a TikTok, and you have a Facebook. What all do you have, babe?
Yeah, I think you covered it.
It's called 10 Piece, where he talks about this kind of stuff. So anybody, it's like uplifting, it's stuff like religious stuff, biblical characters, not even just biblical characters, but like
Bible messages. One of the things I started now, and I'm learning, I'm not an expert or anything, but I'm learning in the process. And I'm also pretty introverted a lot of times, most of the time.
So this is new to you.
So I struggle with it, but I've really been trying to make I actually started the channel it was going to be history and historical figures, but then I kind of decided that I wanted to do more Christian content, Christian-based content, so I kind of been moving towards that. I still want to cover history stuff because I love history.
So yeah, it's called 10 Piece, 10, like 10, and then PIECE. Yeah. It's on here. You guys, he just uploaded a video. Was it this morning?
Yesterday, maybe?
Or yesterday. And it's still really new.
Yeah, and I'm not very good. My editing sucks.
You're great.
My editing sucks, so...
And I'll, Darlene, and I see you guys addressing that person. We'll give her little, it's funny because I guarantee you she supports Amber, which she can support whoever she wants. I don't care. But how hypocritical to tell me to go watch my children when I'm right beside my kids.
Dude,
when she supports someone like Amber Portwood who doesn't raise hers.
Our kids are fine.
Yeah, literally.
We got our 17-year-old son in there right now.
They're right there.
Our 14-year-old's in there. They're fine. And if they want me, trust me, they will come get me.
They'll come in here.
If they need me, they will call me or come get me. If they want Net, they will call her. They don't shy away from coming to get us, and we don't get on to them for coming to get us for anything.
Anybody that's ever, you guys that follow me know my kids will come in here and I'll mute the mics to see what they need. There's been times I've got off because I'm like, hey, my kids need me. I gotta go.
We don't raise our kids the way we were raised, where it's like, hey, get the hell out of the house.
Thank you. Yeah, that was definitely how we were raised.
Go back outside. What are you doing in here?
Go play outside all day. You're doing grown folks' business. Yeah. I remember one of my family members used to say this. I'm not going to say who, but she would say, it's like you scared of my fart and you're not going to smell it. Have you ever heard that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, one of my family members would be like, it's like y'all think we going to fart and y'all not going to smell it because we would, would be all up in, in the house. They're like, y'all in grown folks' business. Anyways, you guys, I am going to have to get off here because And that's so funny because I'm getting off, and somebody said Amber was just getting on. You wanna know what? It's almost 8 o'clock. I'm gonna get off and go in the house to help get my kids settled. And if I'm not on a live when my kids get off the bus, guess what? I go in the house. Like, how was your day? Talk to them. Get them snacks. She really did have me confused with Katie, like 1,000%, because she was like, you literally bragged about me buying like your chair or your furniture for your house or something. That was Katie. It wasn't me. So first off, no, I've never made so much money off Amber Portwood that it's been able to buy me anything. I wished, but I've never have. So, I mean, anyways, I'm glad I could entertain you guys a little bit. Despite her saying I'm not entertaining, I mean, maybe I'm not, but that sure was. That was entertaining. I will have it put up on my YouTube channel maybe tomorrow because I think we can download these lives. I'm definitely going to download it, put it over on YouTube. So for anybody that missed the beginning of this, it'll be on YouTube tomorrow. Bye, guys.